Number one thing you need to understand about Canada is on the culture of the people. You are moving into a new country, maybe you have a PR or you're a visitor or you're here to study, so you're on a study permit or you have a work permit. You need to understand the culture of the people. Canadians are very independent. They plan their lives on their own. They do not inconvenience other people. So when you are coming here, you're expected to be an adult. So plan your life, plan your things, do not inconvenience other people. Why am I talking about the independency? I realized that people come from different cultures where they have like expectation of how people would help them with their baggages or luggages, so they come in here with like too much luggages, expecting when they get to the airport here they find someone that will help them with it, and when they do not find help they begin to sulk about it because no one is helping them to carry their luggage. Not carry luggages you cannot deal with. These are very, very private people, so they're nice, they involve in small talks. However, when people talk about mind your own business, Canadians take it super serious. Like, they mind their own businesses. There are some people that like gossips, and that's by the way, but generally people mind their own businesses. All the places I've lived in Canada, I could bet it that I don't even know my neighbors. Like right now, the people that live right beside me both ways, I don't know who they are. I can't boast of going into the mall and seeing my neighbors and I'll recognize them. That is how private people are here. You don't know how to mind your own business, you're going to have a hard time blending into the system. One of the things that are hard here is getting an accommodation. Getting accommodations here is actually a competition. So it's not the fact that you are the one paying does not mean you're going to get a house, especially when you live in big cities like Toronto or Vancouver, where housing is so expensive. What they don't tell you about it is also the fact that it's also very competitive. So one of the criteria that like a landlord will look for is how is your relationship with your former landlord? Do you have a current job? So because of this, you're expected to come with like references. So reference from your former landlord, reference from your current employer, and maybe sometimes your current employment letter that states how much you're earning. So that will give them confidence that you're going to be able to pay or afford their rent. Accommodation as well, usually you need to pay like a year lease. So you sign a contract with your with the landlord that says in the next 12 months you cannot leave the house. So if you have to leave the house for any reason, you will pay in lieu. You will pay a month's rent in lieu. So this is not even the fact that you are giving heads up. Between the 12 months, you're not expected to leave the house. If the landlord decides that he's going to use his own space during the 12 months lease contract period, he has to pay you a month in lieu as well. After the 12-month period of your lease, the lease now goes from month to month. Like you can decide to leave at any time, but you must give at least a month's notice. Usually people give more than that, but at least that's the minimum requirement by law. Another thing you need to understand is for each rental agreement, you need to pay security deposits. That deposit is held by the landlord until you decide to leave their house. So they will do like an inspection and see if there have been damages that are caused by you, and the landlord can take out of the security deposit to fix whatever damage that you've caused from using the house. Still talking about accommodation. When you're getting when you're getting to rent an apartment or a house or a townhouse or whatever type of apartment you're getting, you will get into the apartment and it's usually like very clean, like professionally clean. So when you decide to end your rental agreement or terminate your contract or for whatsoever reason, you are expected to leave the house as clean as you met it. So I know some countries, when they are moving houses, like they just take their stuff and just go. It is not done like that here in Canada. You are expected to leave the house as clean as you met it. Most of the landlords go like extra mile to make sure the house is like super clean for you. You are expected to return the same favor. Some of them actually also mandate that you do a professional cleaning. If you are able to clean such that it looks professional, they are okay with it. But if that's not the case, they would insist that you pay for it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the subscribe button right now. I'm also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please check me out. Temi Omotola is the name. And do not forget to subscribe and also give me 5-star rating. Thank you. It's also one of the reasons they have the security deposit. If they feel that they need to still clean it professionally when you're gone, they will take out of the security deposit to do so and give you the rest off. Once you get in here and you're trying to settle down, one of the first things you need to find out is an NGO or immigration agency that helps immigrants to settle down easily. Can help you in to get your house. The first few houses you're gonna get. They can help you with the house hunting. They can help you with the references because most landlords will require reference. So you will need them for references. If you have friends and family on ground, you are so much in luck. Please make use of them. Make use of their experience, especially when they are willing to help you. Make use of your friends and family. If they are not available, go to the nearest NGO or immigration agency that can help you with settling down easily. Before you land in Canada, I'm going to advise you plan for at least 4 weeks hotel accommodation, because like I said earlier, it's quite hard for you to get your first accommodation. That is how it is. Just like it's a country where a lot of people want to be in, so it's very competitive. And like I said, depends on the city you find yourself, it can be hard. Now when you want to get your hotel accommodation, I'm going to advise you to do so months before you even think of getting here. So typically 6 months before you get here, book your hotel accommodation at least for a month, especially when the city you're going to land in is like a tourist attraction. You definitely want to be sure you're able to secure a space before you get in here, because these hotels book up so quickly. Another thing you want to be very sure you get in place before you land is transportation. At least your transportation, at least for those first 1 week, from you can have like car rentals where you drive it around, provided you have your international driver's license. I think most car rentals take that before. Or if you're scared of driving or you're not sure of the road or the signs and all that, you can as well get like an Uber that will take you, or there are so many local services in the airport or in hotels or around the cities. So you want to be sure that you have your accommodation sorted before you head down here. Who is going to take you from the airport to the hotel? Who's going to drive you around the town to find hotel accommodation? If you're going to be leveraging on the relationship with friends and family, you need to expressly ask them. Then they can actually make time for you, because everybody has to go to work, and so, and some, it depends on their employers, and also you need to talk to them, let them know how much hours you're going to need their help. If they're going to do it pro bono, if you need to pay, that's a separate conversation you're going to have with each other, but you need to be on the same page, and they need to be aware of how they need to help. Extensive research on the type of job you like to do when you get into Canada. Go online, go to job sites, find out the requirements of the job. Do not make any assumption, no matter the years of experience that you've had in the past, because the wordings may be different from where you're coming from. I mean, I met a lady that went for a job fair, and our job description was just not available. Like, it's called something else, so you need to be flexible and actually adjust accordingly. You need to adjust both your resume as well as your career accordingly. So go online, do extensive research, so you're sure of what is called here, what are the requirements for you to do the job here. Some jobs require for you to get relicensed, some do not. Some jobs you probably need to volunteer to be able to get your Canadian experience. So you need to do extensive research on how to proceed regarding your job. Like I said earlier, do not make any assumption. Assumption to me is the lowest level of knowledge. So do not make any assumption. Do extensive research before you get in here, and even after you get in here. Go for job fairs. There are lots of them that takes place city to city. Find out the next job fair. Attend as many as you can, and ask as much question as you can. You have the opportunity to ask questions at job fairs. You have the opportunity to ask questions with your case manager. You have those opportunities. You're competing against minimum of 5 other people that are as qualified as you are. So you want to set yourself apart and make sure that you itch the job. Most accommodation do not include hydro and utilities, so you need to plan separately for your hydro bill and also other utilities. And usually hot water is included, but for some places, especially when you're buying or renting a house, hot water is not included, so you need to pay for that as separate expense. So when you're getting a house or accommodation, look out for the conditions. It's usually well spelled out, and just so you know that when you get a house, most of the times it will not come with hydro, it will not come with utilities. Usually when it comes with those extras, depends on the landlord, and it's usually when you're staying in the same building as the landlord. So you need to find out, you need to pay close attention to the adverts, so you don't make assumptions, as I've always said. So I know so many people in other countries, you rent a house, it probably comes with every package, but here in Canada, for some people it does come with every other utilities and bills, and for some people it does not come with it. So you need to ask questions, you need to be very sure, and when you're signing your lease agreement, check out all the other benefits that comes with your rental. Like I said, do not make assumptions. So that'll be it for today. Let me know if you have other questions. Let me know if you want me to talk about other things. I'll be so glad to come on here and do a part 2 of this. I'm actually thinking of other things I can talk about that's going to help migrants in Canada, or people that are thinking of coming into the country soon. You'd like to know, let me know, and I'll be so glad to do it in my next video. Until I see you some other time, for now, have a great time. Bye.